Well, it's been a while since I've done a video update. If you've been following my blog on the allotment.co.uk, you will have seen a couple of updates on there. Unfortunately, my video camera appears to have been stolen, which is a little bit unfortunate. So I haven't been able to do video updates. So I'm trying on the iPad. Hopefully I'll get this edited and published. You'll notice here the biggest change since the last video is the polytunnel is up and running. We've got 16 tomato plants. Some of them need staking up. Look, that one over there is fallen over, but I've created this support that I'm hanging strings down. You can see there I've done the cucumbers in the same manner. I've got one in the centre, there we go, for the tomatoes, and I will be doing another one over that side because I've got more cucumbers, some melons, peppers, chilies, etc. to come in here. So looking very good in here. If I just try and lift away some of those leaves, you will see a cucumber. It's in focus, there we go. Well on the way to being ready. Give it another week and we'll be there. They've got loads of cucumbers on them. We did have a bit of a problem with red spider mite, but I've sprayed and hopefully that'll be the end of that. We'll see. We've got melons there and there. Nothing to report on those. I've pinched out the tops as instructed by the seed packet, and we've got side shoots starting to appear, so all seems to be going as planned. We do have some flowers on the tomatoes, those ones further on. Unfortunately they seem to be suffering a little from the heat. So hopefully they'll be okay, but it does get very hot in here. In fact, I can't stand being in here much longer. It's that warm. I do need to open the back door. We've got potatoes in there in IKEA bags and some carrots. I need to sow a few more carrots in there. They seem to have died off. Don't know what's happened to those. And we've been given some courgettes, so I'll find somewhere for those to go. If I just go around, I've extended the little border around the shed, and I've got two fuchsias in there, so we'll see how they come. We've got a load of bulbs gone in here, flower bulbs. They're ranunculus in there, nothing showing through yet. They are showing through at home, so hopefully they will come. And again, by the greenhouse in the border here, we've got gladioli in there, and two different types, two different colours. So hopefully they'll come, but nothing again showing through there yet. But early days for them. In the greenhouse, potatoes very strong. Those ones over there were the first ones to go in. We've got flowers on them, so I think that means that as the first earlies that they'll be fairly nearly ready. So hopefully we'll be having some fresh new potatoes, which will be exciting. I'll leave carrots for a moment. So we've got some carrots in there coming through there, the little mini carrots, and we've got a weed there, so I'll just pull that out as we're going around. French beans. You can see there we've got some beans coming, which is good. And then this, if I just go back out a bit so you can get a view, mange 2 flowers, very strong. I've given it a few feeds, so hopefully that'll be coming along nicely. Strawberries, look at those. Nothing actually ripening yet, but really can't wait for those. It's just absolutely fantastic. Carrots, I've just picked a few carrots, which I should have shown you. I'll just go back to the to the water to the bath and show you, because I've just washed them. I've picked some. We're going to have a barbecue tonight, so I've picked a few baby carrots. And well, I mean, look at that. You can't say better than that. Didn't get any last year, so can't go wrong really. So excited to try those. Potato patch dug over, that's where the strawberries were last year, and in, nothing showing through yet. Probably banked them up too high to start with, but never mind, they'll start. Strawberries, and a raised bed area there with some muck in it, ready for the pumpkin. I hope you can hear this, by the way. The wind has just picked up, so apologies if it's whistling in the microphone. Strawberries again there, looking great, doing their stuff, coming along nicely. Eva's little plot, and we've got Melody potatoes in there, and in fact Eva will be excited to see, she's not come down today, but she'll be excited to see there that potatoes are coming through. What the plan is I've got a pile of wood there, and we're going to increase the height of the little framework there and fill it in with soil, so that it banks up, and hopefully we'll get a lovely crop. And she's got a red cabbage and some carrots in there. Red cabbage in the raised bed there. Broad beans, I really need to get in there and stake those up because they suffered from the bad wind we had. There we go. A few weeks ago, or a week or so ago, but loads and loads of flowers on them. The ones that I planted, step back a bit, the ones that I planted this year seem to have caught up with the ones from that overwintered, so we'll see what happens in terms of fruiting. Garlic and onions, again they've been overwintered, starting to show yellow tips, which I'm a little bit concerned about. It could quite possibly be rust. I'm just looking at the leaves there and it's not looking good for those, unfortunately. So we'll see, I might have to pull those out. But the onions there beginning to bulb up. Carrot bed, all these grown in toilet rolls, if you remember, looking really strong. Haven't picked any of those yet, but I shall leave those to go full size. There we've got a bed of parsnips, some of which I've grown in toilet rolls, some of which I've just planted out today, just a row of seeds in there. We'll see how they come. Shallots and onions, and the other onion bed, looking very strong. Added a little border there for some flowers. I believe they are cornflowers, so some flowers in there. And if I can just step back, the main area, oh there you go, you'll see the scarecrow made by my wife and daughter Eva. I've no idea who they modelled it on, but it does strike a little bit of a resemblance. I have today gone round the whole plot there with a row of bricks. The path tends to encroach on the growing area, so I've reclaimed that for growing and bordered it off with bricks. Still need to do that last back bit, but that's looking good. In here we've got a border of flowers, all sorts of things, gladioli, lilies, all sorts of things in there. Hopefully we'll get some cut flowers and attract the bees and keep Steve happy, because the bees are just over there in that blue container there. Today I've put in a row of beetroots here. If I go around so that my shadow is out of the way. A row of beetroots in there, so the seeds, that's next to the carrots, you can just see coming through there. They are the carrots that we actually dug a trench and filled with multi-purpose compost, so just a bit of an experiment to see what happens there. Onions again, rows of onions there. This part here I'm going to be filling with leeks, and then over that corner there, well at that edge there, we're going to have sweet corn. There's going to be mange too, just there, and then we've got butternut squash, and a few other bits that have gone out of my head, but other things to go in there as well. Raspberries looking strong as ever, attracting the bees. The flowers aren't really out yet, but still attracting the bees, so that's good. The pear tree, if I go in close, oh, focus, there we go, you'll see we've got pears actually set, which is great news, so there's going to be pears on that. The other strawberry bed, we'll see what happens there. The bees, you can see one there now landing on them, so if we go there, I've missed it, but yeah, they're getting pollinated, so hopefully we'll get a good crop off there. Apples, we didn't get any last year, but you can see there that we've got a good lot of apples set, which is really nice. Rhubarb, just giving it a rest for a couple of weeks just to come back, but we've had kilos and kilos on there. We've actually been making rhubarb cordial, which has been very nice. I will post the recipe and method if I get time. Black currants, again the black currants have been set there, so hopefully we'll get some black currants, maybe have black currant cordial. This is a cherry tree, not expecting anything from it this year, but we'll see what happens. In fact, if we do get any blossom off it, I might just nip it off, just because it's needs to establish itself. This is the, oh hello, the wind's blowing it at me. It's the gooseberry, but there is a lot of crop on there, a lot of fruit on there, so unfortunately entangled with weeds, but what can you do really? It's you take your life in your hands with it, to be honest, but so long as I can keep on top of it. I do actually need to prune it really well end of this year. It is out of hand a bit, same as the raspberries, they need to be sorted out, but one thing at a time. One thing I didn't mention there, the blackberry, coming along slowly, not as vigorous as I thought it was going to be, so we'll see. I'm probably going to eat my words on that, but it does seem to be not as vigorous as I expected. But if we just take a general view down there, just really pleased with how it's looking. Still work to do. I think, yeah, I'm really pleased with it this year. And the use of weed control fabric and the wood chippings made such a difference. I'm considering doing all the rest of the paths in the same manner, just because it's so easy. And if you just look at this, I've trimmed the grass this morning, and the clippings just spray everywhere and get all over the borders. It doesn't really matter, but it just doesn't look as presentable as I would like. So I might just leave the top end grassed, and obviously the communal path will need trimming with a strimmer, but I might do this internal path, this one here, the one around the back there, and the one next to the raspberries. I might just cover those in weed control fabric and wood chip the whole lot, just to, well, it just makes the presentation look so much better. So I'll just go back down here and we can take a little view up the plot. And that is the progress. So thanks for watching.